Hi, this is Jared Bullock. I wanted to share a story for all of the seniors out there who might be not having a lot of visitors during this pandemic that we're experiencing. And the story I wanted to share was about my great grandfather. Actually, it's my great great grandfather in the late 1800s and early 1900s. He tells some stories about how he had many near death experiences, and I wanted to share three of them. Uh, One of which was he was years old when he ran outside and saw a colt in their yard, and he said, "What a pretty colt!" Ran up to the colt and it kicked him in the head and left a dent in his head. And the doctors didn't think he would survive, but he did survive. Then later, when he was older, it was about 1909. He was on a train, and the train had parked, and he was in the caboose, and he decided to take a nap. Well, while he was napping, another train came along and ran into the caboose while he was in the caboose. It killed three other passengers that were in the train, but my great great grandfather survived that event. And then the last one was happened about 1911, I believe. And he was on his way to purchase some land. He met a partner of his that was going to be involved in the transaction, and they had the train that they had taken had been delayed, and so by the time it stopped, it was dark as they were walking to their destination. As they were going along, they encountered a bridge that they needed to cross, and it was a railroad bridge. And before they passed, they heard a train coming, and so they stopped, but the train stopped before it came over the bridge and turned around, or it didn't turn around, it went in reverse. And they decided to cross the bridge. It was about 65 yards, and it was nighttime. And about a third of the way over, they heard the train coming back across the bridge. And they had just enough time. My grandfather jumped off to the side of the bridge. There was only about a foot of space, and he was able to be safe while the train went by, but his companion actually wasn't safe. His arm got crushed and ended up being amputated. He talks about lots of he said about a half a dozen times in his life where he survived events that should have killed him. And some of those events, he actually read later his own obituary 3 different times. But I thought that was an interesting story and just wanted to share it with you, and hope that you are safe and well.